Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Da 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 da. Change the. Start vibing. Oops. Okay. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'll just make sure I got it. Okay. See my screen. We're good. A little spicy day. Leaving a little SMT here. We can see this as a breaker with this closure now. Okay. Just make sure I need to have the right settings on the music bot. Just make sure we're online. Just a push. We can just use this as a mitigation right now. It's not a breaker because we didn't see with the low, but we have equal lows now. Keep in mind, I'm looking at these. I'll just delete some things. So actually, I'll make this not visible. Yeah, but we have quite the equal lows now on NQ, which I'm liking for. Took the ES low here. Still have this sell side. Basically, CPI just wicked this high, triple highs, and then smashed down to this low. But we haven't taken that yet. So we have FOMC minutes. We have PPI tomorrow, and we're looking like we're building liquidity. November 21st, pre-FOMC had a similar price action. Is that pre-FOMC of minutes or? Hopefully it's minutes so we can kind of correlate more, but let me just take a look. Okay, wild mood after 4 p.m. Oh yeah, that was pretty wild after 4 p.m. I don't know if there was something correlating there too. Much appreciated if you use the code Victor. How do you guys do today? I was trading news. I traded post CPI. I traded a little bit in the morning on Discord. I shared some setups there. Right now, like I'm so green that I need to only look for clean setups today. I don't want to jeopardize anything. But just look for clean setups and hopefully we'll be set. Basically, in the morning, we had somewhat of like this accumulation here. We had relatively equal lows, relatively equal highs. We manipulated, and this is what I shared in my Discord exactly what happened. Right before it happened, I was looking for either a break on either side to see if it could fail and reverse back into the range. And here we did it move upwards, did the manipulation, and then we made a reversal setup here into this breaker, and then we distribute lower. Which the only thing I wanted was distribute through this low, which we did. We kind of fought a little bit, but I wasn't really ambitious higher yet. But now we're doing that. Very clean setup. This is the setup that I shared. It took. Hopefully we can find similar setups today. The stop loss would have been above the high. Yeah, it would. To be safe, just with CPI, because I would hate for the wick. So like entry at 192, stop at 202, like 10 points exactly. But you're just anticipating for that potential setup. Like if you didn't see this AMD type of model, you wouldn't be confident shorting this. That's why I was very adamant about like sharing what I saw. And yeah. There was also that 1 minute imbalance that we did close lower. That could have been an entry in itself. In anticipation of a displacement through this low. So that was the only two clear entry. After that, it gets really tough. Like there's another entry here if you would have got it, but that's more risky of an entry model for today. But let's see. Yeah, we're giving away 3 counts today. I guess for my fund features, you would have the option to do 150k or 50k, since they're all the same price, and sponsored by My Fund Futures, which is great. And if they want ETF, we also have ETF counts for this week. It'll just be switched out. Oh, what is this? Is that bond action? Do we have bond action day? It looks like something like at 1 p.m. But that might be that tap back into this breaker here. You see on this 5 minute here. I'm not trying to get in front of this. I will only look for more easy setups today. Tomorrow's auction. They had something here too. It definitely looks like something at 101, which is typically some. Maybe it's not a red folder at least. But how many guys traded evals a day and did well for CPI, whether it's during news or after news? Just the volatility itself is very good to trade with, and it speeds up the process too. I did a lot of a handful of Top Step and a handful of Apex, and luckily all of them got past this time. I had no failures. Just because it's very easy. I played the drop for CPI, and then once we made a good low, I played the reversal up. Pretty clear price action to play today. And then if you were in Discord this morning, we had the 9:30. I think it was this unicorn here, which we had a first tap inside of it, and then instant 30 points, which is very, very good. When you're taking these type of trades, 10-point stop and it goes 30 points in your favor already, like in 2 seconds, that's one hell of a trade. I passed eval during CPI news, and then afterwards knocked out about 1,300 on multiple Apex funded. That's well done, man. So far I did a lot of evals, and I traded just a few of my funded accounts. I'm saving the other for right now, which is basically trading PM. Hopefully we can get something out of it. There's that low taken though. Once again, it's pretty strong SMT. If we get a reversal here, the SMT would be supporting this reversal. But if we make another low, then I'm not even gonna even consider the SMT. Hello, Ash. Good afternoon to you too, man. YM just made a new low of day. It looks like, right? It looks like so. This would be a good spot to make SMT for reversal, but it doesn't have to. I'm just gonna play what I see, and it looks like it wants to head lower. I don't even know how we kind of spiked up that fast out of nowhere. But definitely hard to get entry off this drop. Five-minute bearish unicorn. Let me take a look. That's a cleared one. It's basically the flip side of this breaker. Or the bullish one. So we close lower. These type of displacement though, I don't know if we want to retrace back to it. We're pretty close to lows here. Quite the equal lows on NQ. Yeah, we literally sold off 30 points on NQ that quick in like 8 minutes. That's pretty crazy. About 80 points on NQ. And why I'm still making a new low, so we're itching for lows. This high time frame candle is something I actually like now. I don't know if I want to do 4 candles or more than that. I feel like too many candles. Maybe 5 could be a good number just to have enough. But you can kind of just see like if we're tapping order block, if there's FEG, so you don't have to flip too much. I actually like this. This is great because it aligns perfectly. If I'm trading the 1 minute, having the 15-minute as our high time frame candle displayed saves me a lot of time and energy, and also let me like work more efficiently. I do know a lot of people have been using it. Good afternoon, everyone. We just started the stream basically. 1 p.m. Gonna roll it to 2 p.m. FOMC, and then we'll probably trade till 3 if there's any setups. If there's no setups today, I'm not gonna force it. We do have 3 accounts to give away today. If you want to enter, just use a we'll just like the stream, and that's all. But what a great day to trade a lot of evals. I feel like this is some good volatility. Just look for trades where you can hold through them. Like this trade, I also took this trade on eval here, where you were risking 10 points, and if it's in your the next draw of target, it's like 50 points away, and it hits like in the next 5 minutes. So it's very quick. You don't have to like put too much time and energy on some trades, and it really flushes to the target. But rumor is Top Step might be offering 10 XFAs, which is such a big thing, I think, in my realm of trading, because I actually like am also a big advocate for Top Step. I for them to compete with Apex in a way, 10 end of day drawdown accounts by far smashes through 20 trailing drawdowns. I feel like even if you're experienced, like the Top Step payout policy is also quite nice. I don't know how sustainable that would be, but maybe that would also make people trade differently if they have 10 accounts they're going for. What's the name of the indicator? This is a paid feature that I'm testing from 2 degrees. I think he has like about like 10 pretty crazy indicators I actually like. I'm only testing 2 of them so far. It's this fractal consolidation. You can kind of see. I'll post more info about it when I know more about it. But this is like the first week I'm using it, and I actually love it. I think it's about $80 a month for all these indicators, unless you want to select a few one. It could be like $20-$30. But they gave me a code. If you use Smart, it's 20% off. So it becomes like $60, I think. A popular opinion, I am a fan of trailing drawdown. But if you had the option to choose, though, like if you go for end of day or trailing, it's way more beneficial to stay with the end of day type of model, which is great. I think less people fail with that too. Apex really have a good model just because it's difficult to pass evals with trailing drawdown sometimes, unless if you're sizing heavy, especially. And for funded, it's quite the same thing. If they give you like 10 minutes of leverage on a 2.5k account, it's tough. Frank is asking, we're still in discount. Not a good idea to short. What do you think? It just depends. If it gives you a short setup, like I would be open to look for shorts back inside this retracement here. But yeah, look at the higher time frame. You just notice how like we've really been downtrending quite strongly here, and we can see that high time frame trend line there, and same thing for the lower side of it. We've just been moving lower and lower and lower. So at one point maybe this trend would flat or snap, and we'll get under 18,000. We've been over 18,000 for the last 2 months or so, 3 months. It must have been 3 months now. But I would love to see price return back to these lows, and then we can just build back up the rest of the year. Just give an action where we can just play both sides and just follow the bias. But I do like these sell side. We have equal lows. It's very visible on the hourly. And we had a CPI wick above already, so I'm not too interested on the upside yet. If we can move to the upside, I'll join the trend. But if downside is still a good target, I'm going for it. Hey, started following you a few days ago. Watched the replay of some of your streams. Just wanted to thank you for putting out content. Much appreciated for those kind words, man. Oh, hello. It's 2 degrees. This is the guy who, I think him and his team created the indicator that I'm using here that so many people's asking. With promos going on, Top Step or My Fund Features, I would say both. I would argue really both. Just because they have each firm kind of give their own what do you call it, like variety, payout structure and all that. I like both of them, and you can start out with one each because Top Step has a pretty trader friendly payout policy, but My Fund Features also has a nice policy where you can make a lot of money and withdraw it without a cap. Yeah, so Top Step and My Fund Features are definitely my top 2 for the new people. And if you want to throw Apex in the mix, Apex is pretty good for experienced people for sure. Yeah, so far nothing yet. We did take out these lows. I'm just waiting to see where we can fare from here. This SMT that I marked here doesn't really have that much value anymore. We had equal lows and ES swept it first, and you had the SMT, but we took the lows already. If I pass the eval on My Fund Features, can I withdraw same day or do I have to wait a few more days? Yeah, like, so it's 1 day pass for evals because there's no consistent rule. For funded, as long as it depends. If you have a starter or expert plan, there's a consistent rule for funded. It's 40%, which is pretty good. You can just make whatever you want, but you have to wait 14 calendar days. So you don't have to trade 14 days in a row. It's just calendar days. So that operates in 2 weeks. So it's basically bi-weekly payouts. You can just make one big trade on a Monday and then trade next week on a Tuesday, and that's it. Two days, and you can start getting payouts. All they do is require you to trade once a week minimum. Fatty candles were a copy from 2 degrees. I wonder if they're also good with it. Mario took a long at these sell side lows. It looks like it's working out. I just don't see any entry model really. You just gotta really push it. This looks like more of an inducement for these lows. If I'm looking at the 5-minute chart alone, I'd kind of look for higher prices here. But we're inside this breaker, so if there's a 1-minute setup inside of this 5-minute, that makes it more appealing to me. And if we can get a 15-minute closure somewhere, because we're still like looking to see if we can come up to this ES 15-minute order block here, this bearish order block, and do a change state delivery for lower prices. But we can also just watch and see if this breaker holds on ES. It's not the greatest just because we swept the lows already. That would have been a very good target. Let's see. Have you ever tried take profit trade? I have not tried it. I feel like at one point I'll give it a shot, especially now since I'm like very this today and then last Friday was non-farm payroll. Those are the 2 days I mainly use to trade evals, and I'm basically nearly done with every single eval I did, and I have all these reserves, so now I'm able to scale up in the trading for my funded trading. Because I think there was never one point where I had 20 funded accounts for Apex. I always try to do like 5, 10. I don't get comfortable with yet like at that time to like go for as many max allocation I might be at the stance where I'm willing to do that now. So yeah, I passed a handful of Apex into, oh, what the hell? Yeah, when we're taking a key, a great level like that, these equal lows, and then we're pushing from it, there was no inversion for me to look at, I don't think. Maybe on the 3 minute or 2 minute. Let me just see. This is 3 minutes not working. 2 minute. You can see this here. So since we just grinded down here, like we couldn't really use too much for entry model. We're at the top of the breaker, that New York Open. This would be a great spot to see it turn back down, but I really think after taking these lows, NQ could just push higher now. So I'm against shorts right now, just based on what I see. Nothing's like high probability yet. I think we're still waiting for FOMC minutes. Oh boy, Jim Cramer just tweeted out an hour ago. It's that someone just shared 1207. 1207 was when he said, just got the bad auction I was looking for. Stock should take a leg down from here. 1207 was a tweet. It was this candle, I guess. We got a leg down here, but it's very minimal. So Jim Cramer saying like he expecting lower prices from there. Pretty funny to see. That's Kramer for you. Yeah, that's a great push. Basically a soup entry, or what I like to say like is it induces the low with equal lows. But whatever you call it. Really pushing. What a move. Oh, you guys are saying 1 o'clock valid breaker, which... are you looking at a bullish breaker? This is a very minuscule 1 minute breaker. I'll probably look at the 5 minute instead. You could kind of use these consecutive candles here. It's not the... Even though you have a good breaker, what you could do is just utilize it. Just if this close above, this could be a clean breaker too. It's not something I would take just blindly, just because this is like a 50-point breaker. If there's a bullish setup within this breaker, I would take that and use that as my guidance more than anything. I think ES shows it more clearly here though. We had a low, we have a high, we swept that low, and then we strongly displaced through that high. Yeah, but this breaker here on NQ is pretty useless in that aspect of 5 minute chart. Is one of your models inversions? I could trade inversion based off of it. If it kind of fits the same criteria as my breaker, my A+ breaker, where it hits a high time frame level, it's in the macro, we're expecting a reversal from here, then I could take a premature inversion entry and then add on to it if it gives me that breaker entry. Let me do it like this. I think this midpoint was lower. Did I mess that up? I think it was like more 268. Let me just mark that one more time. It could just be an estimate here. Open. Yeah, it was lower. I don't know why that moved a little bit. Well, let's see if it fills that gap from the regular trade hour. What do you blank in case like this? It seems I find it hard to keep my bias fluid. Well, you're expecting it to like, if you're bullish, and we have lots of like relative lows down here, like pretty external liquidity on a lower time frame, you would want to see it sweep and then reverse. So even if you're bullish, you're expecting that. And if you're bearish, you want to see it displaced through the low, which it did not do so. ES did try to displace through the low. Didn't really have much room to go. Yeah, but YM made low of day at that 1 p.m. drop and just completely ran the highs again. Definitely tough though. It's not easy to jump in. If there's a bearish setup though, we'll see if we want to take that, since we're just kind of taking both sides right now. FOMC minutes is going to tell us a story, and then we can really play the post-news price action. If we blast through this ES breaker, I'll be more confident on the downside for sure. I think that's like the best thing I could say for buy purposes, because we did sweep the lows, which is great, but now we swept the highs. So depending on what happens here is gonna be pinpoint on what we're gonna move. If we're bullish, we're not gonna look for a close down here. We don't want any price under this manipulation area, which is right under the breaker. midpoint of the breaker here, or in the bullish breaker, yeah. We're just tapping this 5-minute FEG. This is a unicorn trade. I typically don't like to go in blindly right now, but if you take this trade, it's more like a 5-point stop, which is pretty large for ES. And yeah, you're at the midpoint right now, so if we're bullish, we would easily go past this breaker, and this should be your stop. I'm not too confident in this long though. Or confident in the price action more so. What makes inversion effective? I'd plot them, but they get violated. For me, I only look at inversions on key areas. So bounces that make the high. So you see this high here? This candle was before the high, and the next candle we took the high. We could cause an imbalance, so we could utilize that as an inversion. You're not gonna look at this. You only look at key areas where it gives you information. That's how I use it, at least. Other people might use it differently. Yeah, despite through this breaker, I'm looking for short setups, and it's more clear that way. But this is still holding right now. There's nothing confident about this yet. So we're doing 3 accounts, 3 giveaways today. I do want to give away 1 early, and then we can do other 2 later in the stream. Let's just try to do 1 right now. Get some counts going. Moving lower. Oh. I think that displays, yes, displays through that breaker so far. So it's a failed bullish breaker. We did take the these equal lows already, so it was a pretty decent setup after displacing through this high here. But like I said, you're not confident in this trade if we're just kind of seeking to destroy on both sides right now. So if we can't get a close on the breaker, that makes me more confident on the downside, because there's no reason for it to move lower since it already took these lows out. And it basically gave everything back. Holy crap. Yeah, but the reason I marked this inversion rather than the other FEGs, we had the high, we displaced through the high, left leaving it in balance. This is critical for me. It could be an entry off of that if you look at a short entry here. I don't know if we came back from it though. Off is closed, and then you put a stop above the high. Google and Apple stocks kind of help you with trading NQ. Were they dumping already? Just know for now, we're not ready to like continue either side yet. I think it's gonna be within this range we're gonna try to be at. So like if I were to kind of map it out. Oh, this is the wrong one. I just want us to stay within this range for before news drop. From this high to this low here. Let's mark the same thing for ES. if we dump and take these lows again, you're done. Yeah, hopefully you're not trying to play the continuation right now. I'm expecting a lot of chop from here until FOMC minutes. What's up, Nick? I think that's Code Brew, if I'm correct on that. I'm starting to remember names. How's Elite Trader funny for you? Fast. I think the support is pretty fast just because they're smaller scale. Apex and Top Step has been getting quite the attention, so they've been getting overwhelmed. But payouts, I think all payouts firms has been pretty quick, as long as you have everything right. What is going on? Someone just shared the USC's missile strikes on Israel by Iran. Just shared a few minutes ago. Lots of volatility created today. I'm just waiting for clear price action though. Nothing too clear for me right now. I do like lower prices just because we invalidated this breaker already. But from what setup is the question. Yeah, it's at 2 p.m. for the FOMC minutes. Can you give me some advice on what to do? I have lost my sim-footed and lost my motion on my evals. Yeah, what happened? Did you trade CPI? It's moving really fast. How many did you lose, and how many funders did you lose? How many evals did you lose? The bright side is like you can always build back up. Typically better than ever. For me, it's always great. My advice lately is to build reserves because you're gonna have a bad day. Hopefully you don't burn through too much, but even if you don't have a bad day, maybe you keep on withdrawing and you have very tight wiggle room. Like for my top step, for instance, I take basically 1,000 payout each week on it, and I just make a few hundreds every day. Some days I'll lose on them, so that's why it's not weekly, but it's close to it's like the midway between weekly and bi-weekly. But like let's say every 7 days I'll get payout from them, and it'll be like 2.5k on the balance. I'll take half of it, run back to 1,200. And if I lose a trade, I could already like have only 2 trades left before it blows. So that's why it's great to have reserves. I have reserves now for Top Step, for ETF, for my fund futures. In case that happens or I'm ready to go, I don't have to work on evals again. And fun fact, like that's what I was encouraging. I was telling my community about it, and I have quite a handful of Top Step passed today. Top Step was like the last evals I was going to work on because I already passed ETF and my fund futures. I have 10 accounts with my fund futures, and this is basically my my Top Step. Well, mixed with another firm. But at the end of the day, I'm likely gonna kill some profits because you can't have more than $4,500. But I traded with CPI. I traded post CPI. It moved very, very fast, and I just really hate doing evals, especially if you're trading prop firms for like 2+ years. You don't want to waste time and effort trading evals. You either want to trade with volatility, like Newsday, like these, or you just basically 3x your normal trading size on a A+ setup and then pass them one shot. That's how I've been doing it, at least. I have only $800 left. I want to recover almost lost my $200 to get funded eval. $800 left. $800 is definitely a lot of wiggle room. It's not impossible. Some people would be DMing me like, hey, I have my Apex. I have like $100 left. Can you help me bring it back? It's like, how can I help you bring it back from the dead when you have $2,500 wiggle room and you blew $2,400 of it? You have $100 left. You want to trade micros for the next few months to get some wiggle room so you can get a real trade going? I have no idea like how that would be possible or even likely. That seems like more of a waste of time. But it looks like we have another SMT going on here. If we could keep this low, that makes it more of a favorable SMT to mark. And I'll even mark it for YM because YM did make a higher high or higher low here. Did you watch ICT stream today? I watched a bit of it. But I don't think ICT really trades, or sometimes he'll go for commentary, but lots of time there's just a lot of ranting. So it's not too informative, I feel like, anymore. Yeah, Top Step, you can't pass in one shot. Every other firm, though, like Apex, MyFund Futures, Elite, you can pass in one shot, which is nice. But for the person who's asking, like, you have $800 left, if you just wait for good setups, like, I only took one setup on live today this week. It was on Monday. It was $1,000 trade, basically, where I had very little drawdown on it. So you really just gotta wait for a good setup and then trade normally on them. At least minimum 5 days. Yeah, so basically you can pass them in one go, and then the next 4 days to fulfill it, just do a micro in and out. No problem with that. So SMT right now looks actionable. I would like to see it violate some sort of PD array. Red forward coming up yet. It's coming up right in 17 minutes. How many contracts can you trade with the MyFund Future starter? It depends. Like, if it's a 50K account, you can start with 2 and it scales up as you make profit. If it's 100K or 150K, you can start with 3 right away. Well, yeah, the MyFund Futures deal is pretty killer right now. Yep, on eval and funded, they have it's basically the scaling plan that's similar to Top Step, but on eval and funded, rather than just funded, which I'm not too mad about. With the price that they're offering, it's a pretty great deal. Red folder, that means short. Red folder just means high impact, as in there's gonna be some great volatility, and that volatility can just spike up the market. And I hope you make enough in affiliate commission to field their FAQs. What does that mean? I am somewhat of an FAQ for lots of prop firms. I feel knowledgeable in the prop firm that I trade, basically. Yeah, this breaker just got completely displaced through, so it just tells me it doesn't look like it wants to go up, at least. But the way that we're working right now, just seeking destroy. We have SMT moving lower. We're just basically waiting for news. I just expect price to just hover around the equilibrium of the dealing range here. So I kind of just want prices to pin around 140 to 150. The my fund features 150K is a great big bang for the buck. But I wouldn't even be mad about the 50K because it's $50 to start with, but the activation fee is only $50. So your all-in cost is $100 for a fund account. That gives you $2,000 wiggle room. Can you trade news with my fund features? No, you cannot. They're one of the firm where they have a strict rule with that, where you can't even hold through it. Half your stream is answering questions. Yeah, is that annoying to answer the same questions? I just do it just because it helps the person. CB it's basically they give you 2K drawdown, so it's like you have 2K to play with for $100 all-in cost. That's pretty solid. Is my stream good? And why did it say there's no data? Hopefully I'm good. On your 5-minute is the premium discount bar to the right an indicator drawing. It's a complete drawing. I literally handmade this. It's a fib turned to like a premium discount style. This is kind of what it looks like. You can just take a screenshot if you want. I kind of like the way that I have my layout though. I have the 1 minute, the first tab, 5-minute, 15-minute, hourly, and then the 4-hour. Then I also have Dixie, the dollar basically. But I pretty much have a good system. I feel like that's why it's been trading consistently lately. How long do you have to wait to trade after news with my fund feature? I think it's like 2 minutes before and after. It's not bad at all. Billy bought 5 Apex count, which I'm wishing you luck, man. PPI is tomorrow too. You can trade the volatility there. I think what I might do is just let the viewers kind of answer questions that are easy to, or are very clear to answer. Like, what is this indicator? Like, all you guys already know. What is this indicator? AGFX. A lot of people probably can answer that. And then let me answer the one that is more personable. That, or I need to just put a lot of description. What do you think of the 25K Apex? So that's a more personal question, just kind of based on my preference. I would prefer the 50,000 one. It's very close to PT to drawdown ratio. It's not bad at all. Go for my fund features leaderboard or request withdraw. I always say, this is my motto. I might just print it on my wall somewhere when I like have the webcam on and stuff like that. It's never your money until you withdraw it. So like you can see some guy with like $5,000 profits on Apex count, and they're gonna be boasting like, oh, I just made $10,000, $5,000. It's not your money until you withdraw it, especially with a consistent rule. Like maybe you're not even able to take out yet, or you can only take out $2,000 this month and you have to wait a few more months to extract it all. What about trading news on eval? Yeah, so when you're news trading on eval, I don't think any firm is against that. Like every firm, from what I know, they have no nothing against using it. So that's why I've been openly using it, using the volatility of CPI, non-farm payroll, and then afterwards too. You can still trade after the news drop. If this is too spicy for you, you can look for a few minutes afterwards, where we could typically see after a strong displacement or expansion. We can see a retrace, which I did on some evals. It was like a smooth ride up. Can you explain why you use a 5-minute bullish breaker and drop down to the 1-minute entry? Just because the 5-minute, if you're looking at this bullish breaker here, I was not confident in this trade just because the whole price action today, we're stuck in the range and we have news pending. So would I think that it's going to retrace into this bullish breaker and move higher? I didn't think that was likely. I think we're just going to go back and forth. I have Apex, my fund futures. Can I trade them both on the same platform? Yes, you can. I have a video on that too. This is somewhat of like a Q&A though, now that whoever mentioned it. I think I definitely need some mods to answer these questions. Maybe we'll pay the mods in free evals. Nine minutes for the minutes. It's the starter for the sale. Basically, if you hold the account for 2 months, it's uncapped payouts for a starter's account. So it becomes like similar to an expert, just with the consistency rule still. But it's uncapped, which is the important part. Short on the news chat. I have no idea, man, with these minutes. We're just, where would you be targeting? Of course, these lows, which is like the low of day, would be a amazing target. 70 points under. It is possible. I'm not ruling it out. Let's just do a quick giveaway. I'm giving 3 counts. I'm just gonna do 1 early, and then I'll do the other 2 with the real bot. Let's just do it fun. I'll just do a random number generator, and if you comment 1 number, let's do 1 to 100, or yeah, 1 to 100. Just comment 1 number. Let's just do it quickly. I'll give you guys like a minute. Just 1 time though. If you comment twice, we're not gonna count it. And if someone commented right before you, let's just see. Okay, let me just roll it first. I have the number. Let me just see if anyone commented already. Oh no, some people are getting close. I don't think anyone got it yet. We're just doing this before the FOMC minutes. Yeah, no one got it yet. I'm still scrolling. If I miss your number, I'm sorry. There's just a lot of numbers going on. No one yet. I don't know if I can filter it. Okay. I'll let you guys get a second guess. Go for a second guess. From 1 to 100. This is harder than I thought because I thought someone would pick the number already. Oh, I think I found it. I found the person. Let me just make sure he only commented twice at max. Oh, he commented 3 times. Now everyone's spamming the chat. Should I just give it to the guy? I think I might just give it to him. The person who got it was, he commented 3 times though. But I don't think anyone else commented that number yet. Where was that guy? Yeah, let's just stop chat. Stop commenting. We got the guy there already. I'm just gonna give it to him. I can't even find his name anymore. It was something Martin, I'm pretty sure. I can't even find his name. His name is buried. The number was 64. The number was 64. But I need to go up to the chat to see who it was. That was atrocious. I need to never do that this way again. All right, 5 minutes for news though. We need to get serious. You ready to trade the post? Well, we'll give 2 more, probably in like 30-40 minutes, near the end of the stream. Is that the real answer? I think it is. It was someone named Martin. If someone could scroll up and find that guy who commented it, that'd be much appreciated. Let's just focus on the thing. I can go back to stream after. Yeah, it was something Martin though. Martin. Yeah. See, there's some honest people. Yeah, Martin, just DM me on Discord. All right, let's focus. Let's focus up. What are 2 more giveaways in like 30-40 minutes? Hopefully we get a setup somewhere. So we did have SMT off these lows, which really shows for a good reversal. That's what we're kind of displaying here. Up, down. What is that? Just look at how we're broadening right now. You might be going for the highs here. Two more minutes. Let's see if we can get some fun going. Getting ready for a drop, Mario says. It's such a toss-up for me since we took these lows already. So my draw of lower could still be there just because we have equal lows down here. But I could for sure also see upside. So like I have no bias towards either sides right now. It's not even giving you any information. But like we discussed though, we want to see before the news drop, we want to see price just pin, or we're anticipating that it'll pin the midpoint of the premium discount. It doesn't want to break to the low. It doesn't want to break to the high. We just see it chop around. So if you knowing that, you could really try to get some scalps going before news. I wasn't really willing to do that yet. But how does my fund future payout work? It's just anything above the buffer. Buffer is your drawdown. So you make profits above your drawdown, you can withdraw above anything above that, which is great. Why do I feel like this is gonna be big though? I feel like this FOMC minutes is gonna either like do a 60-point candle in like a second. It looks like it's building up for something like that. Taking bets here. I'm blowout biased to the downside though, I have to say. Just for the equal lows. Look at the 15-minute higher time frame candles. This is kind of sloppy too. Very slow. Did you already take something today? Not in the stream. We took some stuff in Discord in the morning. But for some reason, when I'm streaming, I don't really get good trade setups during my stream time. I'm trying not to force anything either. Yeah, Monday we had a good stream setup. So far 1 p.m. today. Like we started the stream around 1. I don't think there was any setups from there the first hour that I could have really taken. Off of my model, especially. You could argue like turtle soup, you could argue inversion, but the bias was unclear, and that makes me not think of any trades. What was your trade this morning? I couldn't find anything. I think if you look at the Discord, this is what I shared here basically. We have accumulation here. We have that manipulation. I was anticipating either a push to either the side and a failure. Just because we're consolidating so much. And once we did the failure, this is the unicorn setup I took here. Off of this last candle here. Clear breaker. Once we displace, retap inside. Stop above, which is 10 points. And I think I exited pretty early. I didn't hold for these lows though. But this is like the only A+ setup I feel like today. I'm looking to see if FOMC or PM has anything I can do. All right, we have 2 more accounts to give away. Yeah, minutes. I'm pretty sure is not supposed to be crazy moves like the regular FOMC. But that was pretty lackluster because it felt like it was building up for a big move. So now I'm actively looking to see where it wants to go from here. A whole lot of nothing. Upside does look good just because you have SMT already. SMT from the lows here, which I'll mark in the 5-minute just so we can see it better. But maybe if I take a water break, it could start moving. I didn't want to pull out my trick for today, but I might have to. 15 seconds seems fire today. Dude, the 15 seconds, what are we gonna do with all this chop? This makes it more appealing now. If we can just place through this low here. The water break macro. I don't want to use it for today. We got plenty of volatility already. We got to be saved up for another day. Adith showing the charts. I think I saw what you shared, Adith. See if just marking this out for clarity purposes. We have the breaker formation now on the 1 minute. It's not, we didn't take any liquidity level. We're still within the chop. And this is like essentially the midpoint of the chop too. It's starting to get a little messy. Just notice, like, if we're looking at this high, this low, we're at the midpoint of the chop, so like it's like a 50-50. Like, if it does want to retrace and come lower or go to the next high, that's not something I'm really liking. What is this water break macro? It's when I'm looking for a trade and there's nothing happening, and I'll be like, be right back. I'm gonna get some water, or I'll take a bathroom break, and then the 1 minute or 2 minute while I'm gone, it'll just start skyrocketing. It happens so frequently that it's noticeable. So for good breaker setups, like, you want to see liquidity getting swept, and not even that, you also want to see good target areas. For me right now, if I short this, I don't know a good target. Maybe that low, but that's a more of a the daily lows. So this is still possible. Like, if I were to take this trade, like, maybe I'll just do like stop at 14 points and then target the daily lows. It's more like 2-hour type of trade, but it's not something I can be confident in. Yeah, I wonder if Power Hour can really deliver something though. this breaker, if you were to use this one-way breaker, I'll probably use the whole candle like that. Let me voice chat. Let me see. Oh, we'll bring Lanto on. Hello? Hello? Okay. Here, let me switch the audio. Alright. Talk real quick.
Yo.
That should be good. Guys, let me know if the audio is good.
Let me see. Hello.
I don't know if it's too loud or
I
not.
think I can hear myself. What's good though, Brian?
What's good, man? Nothing's happening today.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was just frustrated right there. That FOMC release was horrid. Like we did nothing.
Yeah.
I thought we were building up all day for the minute release.
It does. It looked like that. It really looked like that.
Yeah. And literally does nothing. If anything, we got slower.
Yeah. I do like post news now. Like we won't have PPI tomorrow, but like we should get some moves now. Like we're done with FOMC minutes. Let's just see if we have what we can do in the next hour here.
Hey, CPI just juiced out all the volume in the market today. Just delivered a 400-point move and haven't moved since.
Yeah. I feel like most of the trades we did already was like during the drop CPI pre-market and New York Open, and after that, like after like I think post 10, things kind of went to shit, or like post 1040.
This is so frustrating because I'm trying to look for a trade actively, but there's nothing here, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh. Where is it? This fractal consolidation increment is really shining today. For NQ, it's showing the whole thing as consolidation, but like, just look at this. It really marks out for you, and you can really see it. It moved up higher, then took the low. Pretty good for these type of chop days.
I assume we get like a power hour move if you don't see anything prior, because yesterday that's what we did. We just sort of ranged and we saw a power hour move.
So I kind of want to see like 3 p.m. where we just trend for the rest hour. We're gonna pick a side and run with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you take any trades? Like I think after you left the stream, or you were just gone.
I posted that. I posted a 15-minute word block idea, and it ran well. But that's it. No alert, just an idea.
Someone commented earlier.
Really,
they're like, "Is that the real Lanto?" That's how you know you're getting a little like bit bigger. Like, wait, is this real? Like, who's trying to be an imposter right in front of our streams?
Dude, there's so many imposters in my room. Like, so many fake versions of me. You probably got the same thing too.
Yeah, but not on like a YouTube stream. No one really does that.
Yeah.
But bro, me and Lanto, we're in a heist journey with prop firms right now, and Desi's just trying to do what he does with ETF, I guess. What is he at, like 80,000 in profits from ETF alone? Just one account, like that. One account for the last 30 days. Absolutely robbing them. And yeah, since you guys are stepping up, I really need to step it up too.
You take any trades on live yet or no?
I have not. We've been waiting for good setups.
Likewise.
Like if you were playing like,
dude, this is tough.
If you long or short, like after we take out a high or low, it looks like it's working, going back and forth since we're just seeking a joy. Hamza, do you copy trade across firms? I have all my firms connected to NinjaTrader. And if you want to know more about that, there's a YouTube video for that. But yeah, Lance, you can finish off your my fund of futures with PPI tomorrow, I guess. if that's what you're going for.
Yeah, that could. Yeah, I think just because CPI moves so well, even if or PPI moves half what CPI moved, like it's
PPI
good enough in my
tends
opinion.
to like do like half the move of CPI based on like my
Yeah.
my like top of the head. I don't know if it's factual, but like if CPI moves like 300 points, I'm expecting PPI to move like 150 or 100 points.
Yeah, we had a 400-point swing inside that CPI move. That's crazy. So if we do have that's 200 points, I'm funded.
Yeah,
So
that's the meta, man. Should
yeah,
just
I mean,
use news. Should just play aside. You don't even have to like. You can just enter before the news, like a few seconds before, and like it's either gonna slam above or slam down, and like if you have enough wiggle room, you can do like small size, like two minis with it with a 300-point move that could pass any account size.
mhm. I think PPI does tomorrow though. I think it does what CPI did. Historically, we had to usually do that. PPI just follows CPI, so I think we dub. NFA obviously, but
Not financial. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, Lanto just
You guys,
joined or just made his my funded features purchases. He's adding it to his arsenal. He's a heist killer with Top Step and Apex. Now he's adding one more firm. He's he's picking the
trying to get
reins
like Jade Cap, bro.
you're just picking each firm like you're Thanos. It's like, I want all the. I've been doing the same
Bro,
thing,
yeah.
just doing it smaller
Yeah.
size right now. But
Yeah.
JCap's a beast.
Yeah, Jade Cap's a killer, man. He's wild.
Like who else in the prop firm space is like really doing like us? Other than like like the big person like Trade by Matt has been a pretty big inspiration.
Besides him, I don't know anyone else. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I
there's
don't know
no
anyone
one
else
really
besides him.
doing it at our scale too and at our efficiency.
Yeah, yeah. We also have the capital to do it, but you get that from making money trading first. Then
Yeah, I mean,
I think last year
doesn't
set up
cost
this
that
year
much
for
either.
me. Yeah, but if you do, 20 accounts Apex, 3 accounts Top Step, 3
Yeah,
accounts
well, that's
MFU,
why like you're not
that's
gonna jump 20 counts worth of buy. Like if I were to do it over, like I would even if they allowed me 20 counts, I would just do like 2 counts, 1 account, and then once I get paid
Yep.
out, I'll like invest that for more and slowly scale up. Alpine, he's not an ICT. I've seen his Alpine streams. He's been doing very well too. Does he share his live trades? I haven't like watched any of his like sit down and watch them though. But I've seen he's been like getting like frequent payouts on those accounts. He trades live. That's good. Yeah. Oh,
Do
he
I have any
scalped
tips to
ticks.
pass an account? What's a good tip to pass an account? Depends what your goal with the account is. If you have a lot of capital, you're able to afford to blow an account. Just be more aggressive, more so in the evaluation. What's important is how you treat the PA, right? Or the funded account. If you have less capital, though, I'd have a compound mentality with your evaluation phase, and just take that over to your funded account. Just have good risk. Well, it depends what firm you're on, though. With Top Step, I look more so for R to R. If you're on Apex full accounts, I wouldn't look for R to R. I look for probability, and just take your profit when you're in profit, because intraday drawdown. So it's different, but it all can get done.
What is chat saying? Alpine trades 7-tick TP. That's not even 2 points yet. On NQ, I'm assuming. If it's ES, that's more.
7-tick TP. 7-tick TP.
How much? What is a stop loss? They're saying that he has a wide stop but a very small reward. Like
7 ticks. What the
you
fuck?
can get 7 ticks in like
That's like
half a second on big
Yeah.
moves. Does he
Literally,
like
that's
blow
like-
the
that's
count
like
then if he's doing that
1 point.
tight of a TP? But I don't know how that if it's doing well, I guess it works for him. He has no stop loss. Has he ever shown like where it doesn't go his way? That would be pretty bad to show to everyone.
He's kind of like Brett Semba, you know?
Brett Simmons is the opposite. He's doing. He has no
No,
stop
he
loss.
doesn't say
too.
that he has
yeah,
a
but he's not TPing
yeah,
for
no
like,
stop
2
loss.
ticks.
It'll fucking. Well, his R is still like crazy bad, like still crazy, like. Yeah.
Alpine trades like
It's-
Donville.
You guys just have to remember, like, just play your account smart. Don't see what these people are doing and risking their whole account inside of a day. Because one bad like trade or one bad rut,
Yeah.
and like everything that you have is blown. So it's just about risking a certain amount of your account per day.
So far, what I'm hearing about Alpine, though, like it looked like he's doing consistently, but I didn't know what his game plan was. But you guys are saying that he keeps on adding, he either gets his TP or he blows a count. So like, are you saying like he wants to make $200 or $100 and he risks the whole account? That seems pretty absurd. But if it works, it
No, but
works.
Trades on Matt's different though. He doesn't use a limit stop, but
Mm-hmm.
you every time he's taking a trade, you see him close it quick if it doesn't go his way.
Yeah, well,
But you see like Brett go to
yeah,
go
that's a
ahead.
good example.
Like I'm not sure talking Brett. I wish him nothing the best, but you go to Brett's live like 2 days ago. Like this guy's trying to catch a knife candle and doesn't have any type of stop. He just keeps dragging it, dragging it, dragging it. Like you're not gonna win doing that, you know. But Trade on Maddie's different. He's exactly how I play Top Step or Apex full
Mm-hmm.
accounts. I just look for 10, 15, 20 points and just call it a day off. Then he's made
Yeah.
what he's made 120K in 30 trading days. So I mean it works.
On a trend day, he blows up. Does he trade like multiple accounts at once, or does he do one at a time or something? Yeah, it seems like a lot of people a lot of people can stream, but like you want to see like who you can benefit from watching. If you're watching a guy that aims to make $200 and risking $2,000, and you guys are saying that there's some days where he blows up the account when it doesn't go his way, you don't want to be in the
That's bad.
same like realm as them. Like even though it might work, what if it doesn't? Like people don't have the same flexibility.
It's just being statistical too. If you have someone guy trying to make $200 and risking $2,000, like he needs 10 winning trades just to go break even off a loss,
Yeah.
right? Statistically,
So
so that's
his win
like a
rate is gonna be
really
very
bad way to
high.
trade.
His win rate is gonna be very
Yeah,
high, but there's gonna be a bad day where it trends and he, let's say it goes up and he had a short, he has no stop loss. And he keeps on adding. That's terrible.
that's very bad. That's just a trader not being able to accept a loss. You know, you gotta be able to accept losses.
It's annoying to see Alpine get payouts when where even ICT traders struggles. I mean, if it's working, that's nice, but that type of trade doesn't translate outside of prop firms because if you have no stop on a real account, you're not gonna just get liquidated or liquidated of that prop account. You're not gonna be able to replace it with another funded. You're gonna get wiped out, and that doesn't really um, help you in the long run. But I hope I'm not like the chat's not feeding me lies and like I'm just trashing his style. But I guess it does
How
work right now. I've what I've seen in his streams, he says he's like sharing like 50K payouts on Apex whatnot, which is great.
I just don't think that way is sustainable long term. I just
Yeah,
don't.
well it might be sustainable for Apex if he keeps on running it like that.
Yeah, I mean,
But like, does
you have
his
like someone like
viewers can his viewers take the same trade? I guess like, and they're risking no stop. I don't know.
I don't know. But you see some guy like Brett he's up 25K per account. So he's sitting at 125K off 5 accounts. But he's spent a minimum of 50K on fees on accounts just on Apex, right? Now 125K he has is not realized until the 3 month period goes by, right? So it's just
Knowing
he
his
has one
style
bad
though,
trading day.
yeah, I don't know how like, he keeps on adding to it. Like that's where hard stop does help. Or if you do a mental stop, and let's say it goes like really negative against you, like you might just not even use that mental stop. It depending if you're like a gambler or the style of trading where you keep on adding. Um,
If it works, bro. But like that's straight up gambling, bro. Because this is like he would enter a position and we'd be knifing, and he would just drag stop down and an add position. Like he would just DCA inside the position, bro. Like you're not good. That's not sustainable, bro. Like you gotta accept a
yeah.
loss.
I mean, if you instead of like keep on adding, you can just take the loss and look for reentry. But yeah,
Literally that, but
yes, a lot of people trading the prop firm style that they're really making a strategy that works to get payouts, but it's not like real trading. Like if you're doing this on a real account, it's gonna go sideways.
Yeah. I don't know. Tough. Tough indeed.
Nutty Bar has a similar strategy, like 13 ticks and 20-point stop. What the heck? So that's like 4-point stop or 4-point TP and like a 20-point stop. What is all these people doing like that negative of a risk reward? Or they could probably promote like 90% win rate, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Some people just don't want to.
Paul is sharing an honest story. He said, I trade the exact way that we're describing, basically. And, like, you blow accounts, you spend $4,000 a month on fees, but he's bringing out $30K a month. I mean, I guess it works. It works. But,
Yeah. But, dude, if you're like 500 PAs deep, like Brett is, like,
yeah, just imagine me on live stream losing, like, $2,000 or something like that, losing my account. Like, I haven't done that, luckily. But, like, you seen, if you guys watch my live, like, some of my trades, like a lot of these good trades, they go for like 1,000 total, but you never see me lose more than like $400 because I have a hard stop, and that
same way with me.
Yeah, that really helps like help discipline. And if you're promoting trading your trading style to others, and you're not having a stop loss and not honoring that stop loss, it's just gonna really promote bad habits.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just view it as a long-term route, and you're not going to be able to make money long-term outside of props using that strategy. And, like, yeah, it might be just a prop firm strategy, but that carries over, because if you do it for long enough, like, subconsciously, your mind picks it up, and you start thinking in that way.
The moment prop firm disappears, you're going to still be like, okay, let's enter long, no stop loss. It works. It works before.
It's, I don't know, tough.
And they're going to get wiped out.
Very, very tough. Very, very tough.
I kind of like longs right now. If we can inverse this 1 minute here. I'm anticipating a breaker entry. If we push this place through this high. It is going slow.
But yeah, we'll see. I think we get a power hour move. I think we see a nice move power hour.
Nutty Bar took 30K in payouts, but he left them with $500 and blew most of them. Yeah, that seems like accurate enough. Like if you're trying to aim for bare minimum and you take the full payout, you got a good payout, but the accounts is less likely to survive. I like to give enough wiggle room though, so like for let's say for Top Step, I would want at least like $1,000 or $1,200 usually like left over, so I can like have like about 3-4 trades net losses before it's blown. Is there a scaling rule in ETF? There's no scaling. There's a consistent rule though, if that's what you mean. Daniel King is short right now with a stop at the high that they just put in. So far, like I'm anticipating longs, but we need to see more information. So I need to see a inversion here, and then we're likely going to displace through that high, and then that's somewhere I'm going to be operating in. But at the moment, no. These guys just full board accounts to get payout, then lose accounts. That does like, I guess they're selling you that dream. Like, okay, if you follow my steps, you can get payout too. But they're playing in like a degenerate type of trading style where it doesn't translate anywhere except Apex or that specific prop firm.
Yeah, they're just, bro. I feel like I don't want to sound like crazy when I say this. I feel like the reason why most people, like people we just discussed, trade the way they do is for marketing purposes. I feel like they don't even care about payouts. They just care about promoting that they got payout, right? That's why they're trading them that way. But it's so unsustainable, like such a flawed and scammy way to promote something. Because like, you can even see that, like those people 4 or 5 years deep into trading and they're still 500 PAs in, like. If they're hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of PA accounts in on Apex, like what makes you think that you're gonna be able to do it within one shot. You know. I don't know.
Yeah. Whelan, I actually don't like how Whelan trades, but I guess he's doing it very for marketing purposes too. But he definitely has a he's been trading for like I think like, live for like the last 2 years, sharing all his execution, but it's not very sustainable way either.
Ryan and Desi are the only two people I know in all of Twitter that are traders first, marketers second.
Yeah,
Only people I know.
like if you
Only
can
people I
get
know.
more earnings from like trading rather than like your Discord or affiliates or something like that, that's when you know you're a real trader.
Yep. Yep.
Wheelan is trading retail flag breakouts logic that can win with tight stops. I guess for those type of like live traders, do you guys if you guys watch them, would you guys take their same trades too? I don't know like if they have like a more sustainable entry model or not sustainable but like a structured model where like this is like their normal bread and butter setup. Because I don't know what setup you would take to just look for like a 1.5 point TP like that. That could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
What about Tanya Trades? Tanya Trades is like she's actually a good trader where she's trading like regular structured trades and she has hard stops. She has everything right. She's not trying to abuse the payout prop firm policies.
Yep.
Yeah, like you mentioned, mindset driven. I think her win rate is low, but she's going for like I think 2 3 R type of trade. So when she does win, it's big.
Which is very, very smart.
But
We're so back and forth here, man. This has to find direction here soon enough. I think Power we get it.
oh, Alpine is actually on right now. He has his 20 accounts shown. He basically have $200 on each of the account. Did he trade them on live, like where he showed his trades, or I don't know. Like, it looked like I started the stream and it was already up $200 on the day. So what does he do on live then? It does make me curious. Like, what are these guys doing? So he traded opening bell and he doesn't share it. I don't know. Like, what's the purpose of live streaming, live trading, and then not sharing your trades? I'm still looking for a trade setup for these funded accounts. But I don't really see much here. I was going for this. If we can close for this version, I can really see like it propel higher, and then close above, displace through this high here, making it a breaker, and then I can take off there, take these relative highs, but it clearly doesn't do that. Um, there's that breaker there though, still holding pretty good. Oh, it's just a hangout. Okay, that makes more sense. If it's just a hangout, then there's nothing against that.
This might be one of the, in my opinion, one of the sloppiest trading days in a while
He has a
in terms of
opening
delivery.
bell strategy where he won't share. He tries for 200, 300 on the trade and doesn't stream it. Yeah, then what's the purpose of just he'll basically showcase his profits of the day, all the payouts and all that, and it's a secretive trading strategy, I guess. But I don't think it's that hard to decipher that model if he's only going for $200 and risking 2,000. He's just looking for to take that volatility, that open bell volatility, and just get a quick 2 point take profit. It's likely a stop order too. He doesn't want prop firms to watch it and ban him. Is it against their terms to share your trades? Because the prop firms I talk to, they're okay with it. Well, that's interesting. This is like a whole new light, Lanto. Like I did not know about all this stuff because we're just focused
About
on
what?
ourselves. They're mentioning like other live streamers that trade Apex, and they'll like
Yep.
literally go for 1 to 5, 1 to 8 RR trades. They
Wait, bro.
risk $2,000, $3,000 to make 100, $200.
If you're like that on evaluations, whatever, on fun, it's such a bad thing to do. It's like it is what it is.
I guess it's working, man. But
I don't know.
the whole time we've
Uh,
been talking, like about 20 minutes, we have not moved that much. We've been trading like a 10-point range.
I know it's weird because these candles are volatile too, but like we've been so stuck.
We can just place through this high here. Maybe create something we can play with. But I'm just happy that this week I started on Monday. Killer trade, risk 10 points to make like 30 points. And that's my main trade of the week. Like that's a highlight. And to start that week that strong, like that encourages me to wait for the next setup where I want to force a trade. I just had to wait for that setup again. Or similar
Yeah.
A plus setups. And that was live too.
Could
That was
have
great.
it.
We haven't had a killer live trade in a while.
Yeah, and this is really slow.
Yeah, we're just hanging around the New York Open right now. And
Expect the power hour move. There's no shot.
yeah,
There's no shot. Especially what we did yesterday. Like we're gonna have to make a move before close. I don't imagine New York just chopping like this the entirety of the session. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if we close inside this range.
but that was kind of funny. Whoever said like he has a secretive opening bell strategy to make $200 right off that open. Like I'm just here thinking like he's just doing like a quick entry at 9:30 open, get a quick 2 points, and then he's like done for the day. I mean, if it works, man, maybe that's something we gotta do instead of just try to trade appropriately. We just gotta scheme like that. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking too. Lavender is likely just a buy stop because if 9:30 open is gonna pour a lot of volatility, you can go up 20 points in like half a candle. And if he's only looking for 2 points, it's pretty easy to get that. Like, what is that sizing though? How many minis would you need to do if you go for like let's say 250? Because you guys say he's going for $200 to $300. One and one what 7.5 ticks was it? Or seven ticks divided by 4. I'm doing the math wrong, but what is it called? $250, 1.75. How many size is that? Yeah, I didn't do the math right. $20 per point. Why am I not doing the math right? Oh, it's $20 per point. Okay, there we go. Divide by 1.75. I think that's the right math. He got to do 7 minis. Is that right? Let me just see this one more time. I'm doing the math wrong again. 7 minis times $20 per point times 1.75 points. Yeah, he got to do 7 minis for a 2 point stop to make $250. That's already like how much is that commission? Like you get a round trip $4 per commission. So that's already $28. 10% of that profit is commission. That's quite interesting though. Okay. We might get something. We got the inversion here, completed. This bearish FEG got violated, and then we followed that by a quick bullish breaker here. So I'm also watching this to be the breaker. We can close past this bearish breaker and create another breaker up ahead. And we did a quick sweep for this low. Kind of got distracted there, but I actually like longs from here right now on the lower time frame type of setup here. SMT off the lows for NQ showing pretty good reversal here.
Let's see if we get some type of.
Still just chopping back and forth though. If we can get entry here, maybe stop at the low, that's something I'm willing to go for. Switch to 5 minutes. Let me see. The 5 minute doesn't really do much either. It just the 15 minutes even worse. It's barcoding.
Barcoding. I know, bro. I expected an a day move though. I do expect that. Like power hour more so. I'd be shocked if you closed just like this all of New York.
We have the breaker here. I don't know if I want to press it here. Still chopping back and forth, but if we get inside the breaker, I'll look for longs there.
Desi took long off an inversion.
Just now?
Yep. 2 minutes ago. He took the 2:22 p.m. inversion.
2:22. Oh yeah, that's the one I have on my screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if we can run back to the
Hopefully
breaker. Though. It
pans out
doesn't
for
look like it's doing that right now. Just looking for low risk entries, and this is somewhat low risk just because like if I'm looking at entry, let's say at this order block here, inside the breaker, I just look for like a 11-point stop there. Target the next high.
Dude, it's crazy because you look at NQ and it just looks like we're moving so slow from the prints of the candles, but then you look at price and one minute candles 10 points. So it's so odd. Price is odd today.
Price is making me a little sleepy though.
I don't blame you.
But yeah, we still have 2 more accounts to give away. We might as well do that now. Let's see. Just everyone who I'll give you guys till like 2:48, 2:49, about 5 minutes. Just all you gotta do is like the stream and comment your YouTube / Twitter username just once, and we'll pick 2 winners from there.
Only win the giveaway, Brian?
Rig it for Lanto.
Yes, sir.
Tap back in the version, coming higher here.
There you go.
I like longs, but I don't think I'm getting the entry I want, though. I want it back in the breaker. Quick tap back in. What?
I think that's the answer. Yeah, you entered at 69.
It
was tough, man. This 1 minute is so slow.
Yeah. It doesn't look clear to, like, play the breakout, though, because we're just chopping back and forth. Hopefully, Desi trade plays out, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
For his trade to play out, I can't get an entry because he'll probably get stopped by the time I enter. So he's kind of playing that inversion closer.
What's your entry pivot?
I'm looking
what's
like
your entry
basically like
point?
153. So he'll likely get
It
stopped.
stops 46.
Oh, he has a. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's shooting for relative low. That's what his stop is,
Yeah.
which is fair. We are volatile today. Dude, this is garbage. This is hot garbage.
What are we doing? It's right now, Christian. All you gotta do is like the stream and just comment your username. I just pinned it. I'll give you guys a few more minutes while we're watching price action to see if there's an entry model somewhere. But holy crap, I'm actually getting really drowsy trying to tape read this price action.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually like it's putting me to sleep.
That's crazy. You guys heard it here first.
If I take a trade that goes sideways, I'm gonna blame sleep my sleep schedule or my deprivedness of it.
Good push.
I mean, it looks like Desi's trade's working. I do like the longs here too, but just didn't get an entry off of it yet. You can blame Sleepy. How is Sleepy?
Push it to
How's
the
your
80s.
fun?
Thank you.
Sleepy, how's your Apex Fun accounts now? I think you were getting close to payouts. You fumbled a little bit. I think you're coming back to it. Hopefully, we can get you there. Fumbled a little bit. 71K. It's not that far then. I think last time I saw it was like you shared was like 52,000. So you lost like a few hundred.
Dude, this shit's so back and forth. Jesus. This. Oh, I'm getting frustrated looking at this. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to try the long still. We have relative highs marked now, so if we go back to the breaker, I'm going to go for entry. This would be my long.
People might remember complaining that I'm gonna learn out today, but then again, you see this price action, and it's just like, for me, it's just I'd rather put no risk on days like this than put risk on. It's just not to my liking. But look at that 15 minute. That 15 minute is horrid. Asia be trading better than this. My God.
Here, I'm gonna do one. If it gets me before it takes the high out, I'll just add one right now, and then I'll add a second entry, a second long, if it doesn't knife through it. That's kind of how I'm operating here. I like 153. I went over my 50% threshold on eval. Can't seem to lose the money. Reborn. There's a sauce for that. I'm assuming it's top step. You just basically, let's say you have 10,000 in profits. All you can have is $4,500. Just do 10 minis in and out, in and out, in and out, like 10 times, and then you'll eat a lot of commissions. And then once you're closer to like 6,000, 7,000, you can reduce the size, keep on reducing it. And there's times where I did it really fast and I lost more than I should. And I'm like, damn it, I gotta make 500 more now.
So we'll start seeing the move in the next 15 minutes. Power is gonna move. Mark me on this. I think power moves. We see a good move and close the day, like a fluid move through one direction.
3 p.m. or 3:15 or tell me the when. Shit's not moving.
If you look at Look back at yesterday. We started moving around 3:05,
Was it
3 p.m.
305?
ish.
Yeah,
So
that's a good reference point.
so I think
We
we start moving around there. That's what I imagine.
It was, yeah, around 3 to 3:15. Let me just break it down to 5 minutes. Yeah, we had the reverse at 3:10. I'll stick around to 3:15 then. Let's see if we get something out of it. I think we took the high out. Yeah, I wanted the long still. We had no reasoning to come back if we displaced through this bearish FEG. I'll just cancel right now, and then we can look for a different setup somewhere. Probably should have looked for another entry. It was pretty shallow. I mean, if this candle came down a little bit more, we'd have got filled here. But I would rather not get a entry rather than get a bad entry or chase it. I forgot the giveaway too. Let's run the giveaway. I think everyone commented enough already. We're too busy looking for a trade setup. All right, let me look at it.
It's just all back and forth.
Okay, I have the bot picked up one winner, Kala collection. And the second one is Big Pebble 72.
W name. Fuck with that. Fuck with that.
Those are the two winners for today. Please comment if you.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna get filled here anymore. We already took the relative high end. Kind of what I want.
Crazy,
I still think we move higher though. As long as this breaker holds. It looks like we're just chopping back and forth, and we cause FOMC off this low. Yeah, Big Pebbles and Kala, just take a screenshot of your YouTube profile and just DM me on Discord, and then I'll get you guys your free account. We're inside the breaker here. That's 153 would have been my entry before I took the high. I'm not taking it now. It's more risky here, especially with the volatility pouring in. Rip Desi, I think he already took TP. He got long 69. It went 20 plus or 18 points.
He didn't take TP.
He did.
He was up though. I don't know why he didn't do that.
That's probably a good time to put breaking stop, especially after taking that those highs, those two highs there. But
yeah, it ran nice.
I would like to see this breaker hold though. We have breakers on both E and Q and ES. If this can hold, we can move back up. We'll have to see. As long as this breaker holds, I still think we move higher. We have lots of relative highs above too. It's just pretty dangerous to maneuver around today, unless you kind of have like a more of a low risk entry setup. But look at the dealing range here, just from this low, back from the retracement high here. We're kind of in the near the equilibrium here, which I still think we move higher. What do you guys think about DR times ICT? I have no knowledge with that. We had a initial reaction probably like nearly 20-point reaction, but it's just not something sustainable with this displacement here.
This is Ord, man. Look at that 15. That is disgraceful.
Yeah,
Everyone in the chat, just pop over the 15 real quick and just look at it.
15. Look at the 5. Like the 5 on ES is actually like a triangle right now. Or what do you call it? A wedge, I guess. Is that a wedge? It's about to break. It's about to break to the downside, it looks like. I'll just see what happens at 315 or something.
Power move incoming? Question mark. You guys ready for a 100-point sell? 100-point buy? I can promise you, I think we get out of this range. Not financial advice. I do think we get out of this range.
Reborn. I'm assuming you're taking she took a short or something. You look happy right now with this drop. Yeah, this breaker's still holding right here. I was seeing if we can move past it, so it's still holding. Nothing I can really play here with my type of entry model. Do you use 10, 15 seconds? I don't think I really try to go under the 1 minute. Sometimes I might just to see if there's a gap somewhere. Yeah, but look at the 5 minute. Finally breaking down below it. About time. YM's probably aiming for new lows too. But we'll not be surprised if we get power hour run shit all the way back up. That'd be pretty cool. Still seeking short price action.
You guys got to give it up to Brian, because if I was in his shoes, I would not be trying to make something out of this right now. I'd be fucking banging my head in the monitor. Fucking. Yeah, this is tough.
That's why, like, when I'm like, I'll stream for one session, like it could be New York PM or AM, and then I'll get off. Let's say I stream AM already, and the PM happens. I actually see some good setups, and I'm not really streaming or anything. I'm just in on my office and looking for stuff. And then once the setup comes, I'll just post in my Discord, and that's where I actually get some good setups because I'm not sharing that charts 24/7 right now or tapering every single can. I'm just waiting to see like, okay, is this gonna flush above or displace? Is that gonna validate my setup? But kind of stare at the charts for the whole 2 hours, seeing nothing, it might push you to force a trade setup where it's not clear. When do you stop trading? I have basically two type of kill zones I usually follow by. It's around like 9:50 to 12, so by noontime I'm out. And then if I'm trading PM, it's like 1 to 3 ish. Sometimes I'll extend it a little bit more to 3:15, but I don't really try to trade the last 30 minutes at all. I wish I had some clear setups to go for. I mean, if I trade some riskier setups like inversions, closure, or like lower time frame breakers, I could have probably gotten something. Maybe I got some scalps out of it, but it's just not something clear right now. Which might show the same thing for tomorrow at post PPI. We might have pretty good price action in the morning, and then the rest of the day could be very choppy. You're gonna shoot tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's the plan. All right, power hour. I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. If there's nothing happening, power hour, I'll just end the stream. I'm hoping we get more of a trend move somewhere.
Yeah, I think we see it too. Yeah, around 310 is when it started happening yesterday. We saw a dip into dominated bounce and ripped off that. W. Brian for even going live though, like crazy.
That tap back up just got denied so hard.
I want to see 1805 power. I want to see this low get ran through. Brian, check group chat.
Yeah, I see. What did Leon say? Look at what Leon just said in the chat. He fixed it, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Wrong choice of words.
You want to get ran through, buddy? Okay. All right, buddy. You want to get ran through? That's crazy.
Low key though, I really want to see this. Try to do a reversal upwards. With kind of what ES is showing here. We already have SMT on the bottom here. Let's just see if we can hold this low. But I'll give it like a few more minutes to see if there's movements.
Hop off at 315. Since we get a move before that. I want to see a reaction.
Yeah, let's see. Is it a good time to do a poll or something? Let's see like how everyone's doing today. Let's do that real quick.
Trolling, obviously. You're short right now. I do think we had lower, yeah. We'll see. I think if we take out 107, like flush, we see a hard move up below it. I think we see like a 60 point sub.
Let's see the poll for today.
Hey, listen, if you're neutral, that's a win in my eyes, too.
Yeah.
If you're break even, that's a win in my eyes. Because I guarantee you 95% of people today are red.
Either they're big red or they're like little green. That's kind of what happens when we have these type of days.
Yeah, I don't see someone being up, $1,000 per account on 20 accounts on Apex. I just don't see that happening today.
Yeah, like days like these, like it makes you might hold through losses because we're going both sides. But when you're in a winning trade, you'll likely close them earlier. So you're willing to hold through
Yep.
bad trades, but you kill trades early on when it's winning.
Yep. 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 Yep.
We're still selling off. So yeah, it broke that the lower trend line here. We're kind of operating in.
Under 107 is just dubs. I'll be super shocked if you close inside range. There's no way the entirety of New York just ranges. I don't know the last time I've seen that because I've seen New York range for the majority of the session. I don't know the last time I've seen New York range for the entirety of the session. I think we always get to move sometime in the session.
Do you think Asia's gonna be something today?
If we close in range now, I think we trade in the same exact zone we've been trading through New York. But if we see a nice power move, I do think Asia could be nice, or overnight press could be nice. We do have PPI tomorrow, so we could just sideline for that. But you know, I do think PPI dubs tomorrow though.
Why do I feel like we're just gonna sweep this low here, like at 111 or what is it, something like 115, and then just spiral up the next 40 minutes? This is what's giving me the vibe based on lots of the action today.
Yeah.
Let's see how that plays out. If it does, like, I would love to join in that run. The stream Asia session, we were planning to look to trade maybe 2 days of the week on Asia.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still working on that, but yeah, that'd be fire. The Asia sessions would be nice.
Maybe we'll just start it next week or something. There's a lot going on this week already.
Mm-hmm.
What time? It's probably gonna be like 8 p.m. Maybe 8 to 10 is something I'm looking at. Oh, this looks pretty good here.
Yeah. We'll see, but like we gotta get out of this range, or it's gonna be ugly for overnight price.
Yeah, if we can keep on pushing here, I'm actually liking the run back up. So the other side of the range, we're looking at like the bottom end of the range here.
Yeah.
Rather eat my own fingers than trade Asia. It could just be like more like a vibe session, like where if there's like setup somewhere, we can just enter it and hold through the trade.
I will say, I mean, I'll be completely honest. If you guys obviously seen all of my Apex accounts, like I'm not even kidding, like over 50%, or maybe around 50% of my earnings on those Apex accounts have been through Asia. They've been really nice recently. Maybe not as recent, but they help for buffers in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you know how to trade the session. It's also just good tape reading as well. Like if we go live, it's good for tape reading. That way you can study market correlation. Because if you get a gauge of all sessions, like you really will get the idea behind how markets truly operate through each session. So it's good study, Evan.
This is a 30-second breaker from this low here. We dip back a little bit lower. We want to see how this holds. Oops. I did pass for 250k Apex count. That's a positive. That's good. I would like to see a higher time frame inverse, but we're just barcoding so hard that there's nothing to really see. We have a immediate order block here. If
that megaphone.
Yeah. This just looks like it's gonna trend back up though.
Yeah, if it does, I'm probably off. Yep. Right back to the 50s.
Can we get entries off somewhere though?
Dude, today's price is like a specialty in killing accounts. All right, then, Brian. I'm probably gonna hop off and just chill. I'm gonna hop on your lives if you want. Just tell me. Let me know.
Yeah. All right.
But good little session. Good luck to everyone in chat if you guys do end up taking a trade in the next 50 minutes or so. Yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna hop off and talk to you soon, Brian.
All right. See you, man. We can see this breaker off of this high too. We really got this 1 minute break instead. I'm still looking to see if we can get a long entry now. Sorry, confirming more for sure. I wanted to see this get back a little bit lower to this 30-second one, so I can have more lower entries. If I enter at 133, having a stop at 122, 10 points, 11 points, is something I'm more interested in here. We can see bearish breaker here off of ES, still holding it below. This is ideally what I want to see happen: a healthy retracement inside, and then really propel back up. But I don't want to force a setup that's not there though. See if we get smooth along before it makes too much of a high move. We're just taking it easy and just waiting. You prefer AM or PM? I trade both of them. I think AM's definitely something more sustainable, or it gives you a lot of range, so you can find trades easier. And then PM tends to be more choppy or slow. And so it's a preference thing. If you don't mind slowness and just waiting for a setup, PM is going to be very good for you. But AM gives lots of volatility, lots of setups that you can really jump into. Do you stop a certain P&L for the day? Loss wise, if I have 2 consecutive losses, I should be out, because each loss would be like 200 or 300, maybe 400, so it'd be like 600 to 800 on the day. If it's a full loss, damn. I think Daniel said he was long though. Good shit on that. Looks really good for upside here though. This is what I was showing on the 15-minute. Like I was looking to see like if we can sweep this low, and then just really push back to the next high. I was definitely seeking for longs, but didn't really get that. But I think it's a good time to end the stream. I streamed till 3:15. We're just anticipating a push up, a trend up, till close from power hour here, and that's what I feel like is gonna happen. I don't want to force anything here though. But yeah, I'll just close it here, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow post PPI, likely in the morning session.